Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Fupa Fellas. That's the name we agreed to, right, Spell?
Um, what you mean like that part? Seems oh boy. I didn't know that was the name, honestly. I thought it was gonna be
Oh,
some
really?
way I guess it's fine. Yeah, no, let's go, let's roll with it.
Yeah, you think it's good? Did you like the first name I pitched, the Fat Brothers?
Fat Brothers podcast. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of podcasts with Fat Brothers on them, I don't think we could compete.
There's a
It's
lot of
just
yeah, there's a lot of podcasts with fat people. I can't remember any specific brothers. I mean, we're not brothers either, so
yeah, I mean that's fair.
we're
It's more of a it's like the Mario Brothers, like they're not
yeah,
brothers. That's what
yeah.
Miyamoto said recently.
They're not brothers. Wait, who
Yeah,
said that?
no.
Miyamoto?
Yeah, Miyamoto recently said, like, an interview for the newest movie. It's like,
Oh,
oh,
they're not
yeah, they're not
brothers.
brothers.
I
Yeah.
thought brothers meant something else in English.
I thought, wait, what? You guys thought they were related? Ew.
Oh,
What? Nah.
I thought
They're
brothers
a
meant like
couple,
they were.
dude.
Yeah, I thought they were married. Yeah,
That's why that's why I had to change it. That's why they wear the gloves because like overseas they didn't like them having their wedding rings on, so I had to put gloves over them.
they put that's deep lore for if you wanted the Mario Brothers to be incestuous. That's
Well, they're not
awful. That's
brothers. They're
terrible.
a couple. It's
They're a
fine. Don't
couple.
worry about it.
Okay, this our first epic joke on the podcast. What if the Mario
First
Brothers
joke.
were an first joke?
What, what if they were
Mark
gay
down.
brothers? All
What
right,
if
I
they
don't
were
think
gay?
anyone's talked about it. What if they were
I'm
gay
pretty
brothers and
sure.
they had a podcast where they talked
What
about
if
how
the
they didn't like women?
you think there probably is a podcast out there where there's like a pro incest podcast.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Google pro incest
Pro
podcast right quick,
incest
and
podcast. Just, just just like just like
I'm
Google like
doing it for
pro.
research. God,
Yeah.
I'm not pro incest. All right.
What's gonna happen? Like if the cops like open up your computer, they crack open your computer and be like, looked up pro incest. What are they gonna do? They can't arrest you for that.
Yeah, it's like, officer. I was making sure I know what podcasts to not accidentally listen to.
Uh,
When I'm
Officer,
asleep and I'm being autoplayed podcasts, I want to wake up to the Fuck Brothers podcast.
officer, I don't think you understand. See, I'm on a podcast where we say evil things, and we were just we were just
But
looking up
not
evil things.
yeah, yeah, not evil in that way. Evil in the funny way. All right, don't worry about it.
All right, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Let's see if there's a pro-Nazi podcast. Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, whoa, friend of the
Wow.
show.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's talk before we have a list of topics, but I forgot to write this one down. But my mindset, my kind of game plan with this podcast, because this is like my fourth or fifth podcast that I've done,
Yeah,
you know, and I'm thinking,
exactly.
I think I just tell people straight up, we're thinking about making this like bi-weekly, so literally only 2 episodes a month until we make a Patreon, and if people like us enough, they can pay us to make this weekly, you know,
Yeah.
right? Because
Then we can make books with all the funny podcast quotes that will be coming from this very soon. Don't
that's so
worry.
cool. That's a very that's a very kind of like Obama era kind of like
Yeah,
concept, you
it's
know.
some real like McElroy brothers level stuff. I think we need I think we need those guys back. It's unfortunate they died in that helicopter crash.
That's crazy. Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy because that's not even like now that's not even like a rare thing, you know, like because planes are crashing
Dying in,
just
dying
by
in
the time we're
helicopters.
dying in helicopters. Well, I guess dying by plane. I can't remember the last time I see a helicopter death. The last helicopter death I remember was not Kobe's, I think after Kobe, I remember like an oil CEO's helicopter blowing up, which is just hilarious. Um,
Man, they're trying to copy Kobe. That's so sad. Like, come on, man, get an original one.
the fucking the fucking helicopter pilot said Kobe, and it blew up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. People go,
uh,
this is fuck. This is. They love joking about black men dying on this podcast. I know.
no, we're talking about the oil guy. I feel
We're
bad that
talking about the
Kobe
oil
died. I don't
guy.
want him to
No,
blow up.
I don't
Yeah,
want
that's
Kobe to
right.
blow up. I'm pro public transportation that could have prevented his death. Just
Yeah, that's
saying.
true.
I was trying to
It's just
yeah
no.
yeah.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I was trying
I
to
think I
do
think I think we got it.
okay. I was gonna try to create a conspiracy theory that Elon Musk killed Kobe. Um, I don't know if I ever told you this, but pretty much like so basically he wanted to do the hyperloop. He wanted to do those underground tunnels, right? Under
Yeah,
California. But really that was just a plan to stall public transportation. And because he didn't do his plan, um, there was no like public transportation didn't get any better, which resorts to rich people using helicopters, which inadvertently caused like Kobe to die, right?
yeah,
And if you do no research, this sounds real, right?
yeah. I
But
mean, I think that could work well if you just like put that on like YouTube Shorts or whatever,
yeah,
like an AI
true.
voice, like a slime video.
Fruit
There's
Island video.
oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure when this comes out, Fruit Island's gonna have a movie in the works by the time this podcast comes
It
around, and
it
I think we'll review it by then.
yeah, true. Yeah, we'll do a whole episode dedicated to the Fruit Island AI generated movie.
Yeah, I mean everyone seems to be liking it. And what are the odds it's astroturfed? I don't think it is. I think so many people are
Yeah,
connecting
totally.
to these characters.
What's the weirdest coincidence that all these influencers are simultaneously talking about it, saying how good it is? What? Nothing suspicious going on there. Um, yeah,
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, the same way that I think that Kobe Bryant blowing up in the helicopter was a part of Elon Musk trying to sabotage public transportation. I also think Fruit Salad Island or whatever it was called with Coconut Fred is very
was
good.
also was also formed by Elon Musk in an attempt to kill someone else.
uh, I
It
think
kind of is his fault, yeah, because he like funded a lot of this early AI stuff, so it is kind of dedicated. It is kind of linked back to him.
yeah, I
That's not
mean I
crazy.
guess there's a connection definitely. I feel
Hmm.
like because like I speaking of AI stuff, I know the Sora AI video maker shut down, so it seems like
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know if
that
it's just like
that
they
just
couldn't put
happened.
up with the. I know that's what I mean. It's like I don't know if it's gonna end up becoming mutating into something worse or what. I mean, I guess we'll figure it out once the
I
this
guess
episode comes up.
it's a 50-50.
Or
Every week is like, oh, new worst thing ever, just dropped. Whoa, new thing that makes your life worse just happened, and it's
hey,
like
here's
cool.
an interview of a CEO who says, maybe we don't need as many people on the
It
world, and,
it's
and we're
it's
just supposed
like
to sit there like, oh, okay.
that's okay. Yeah, he just come out here and talk about how any CEO really always like, yeah, I think like less people would be a good thing. I think if we just kill people through fucking our stupid ass apps and whatnot, that's just the go to plan right now. Um, this is gonna, you know what the worst thing is though? This is gonna
What?
kill Tobuscus' career. He's like
How
purely
so?
AI now. All
What do
he
you mean
does,
he's AI?
well, he became part of the machine. No, he's on all of his videos. I saw a YouTube video about this. All of his videos are like he's on TikTok and he's like AI generating himself, like fighting aliens and whatnot. And like the aliens are like woke or something, and he's like, yeah,
that
he's fighting them. He's shooting them down. He's Master Chief. He made Donald Trump into Master Chief.
whoa.
Yeah, and
That's pretty cool. I
mhm.
I know my uncle has done similar things with generative AI, and
Oh
everyone in my
no.
family thinks he's a massive loser because he keeps taking people's faces and making them like cool demons and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, isn't this awesome?" And everyone's like, "No, what the fuck is this?"
Oh my god, this is
And
cool.
no, yeah, I could be like, "Oh yeah, you're just
All
like
right, cool.
Tobuscus," and he's got a lot of subs. Just don't look
And
into
he'll
like who he is or what he did or what he's doing
he'll
now.
he'll take it as a compliment, and he knows all of the
Exactly.
fucked up shit he does, and he thinks it's okay. Actually, he actually has no problem with that. You know, when you said your uncle uses generative AI, in my head, I like whatever what you said was like okay compared to what I was instantly thinking in my head. Because I was thinking like, oh, does he like take women's faces and creates like fake wedding photos with them? That was my go.
that
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 was my
that
go-to.
I guess it could be worse. That it's glass half full.
Could be. It could be worse, right? It could. Be, I'm pretty good at imagining a worse scenario, but I'll get surprised sometimes. All right. Yes.
And
First,
that's why you're the host of this
that's why I'm
podcast where
the
we say
host.
evil things.
Yeah, that's why I'm the host with the most, as they say. Yeah, true. I'm mostly bringing. I'm mostly going back into podcasts because I've had like 5 different people be like, "When did you're gonna do podcasting again?" And I'm like, "Damn, I didn't really know people listen too much." But this time we're gonna see if we can make this go a little bit longer than previous attempts. Um, I'm gonna check real quick. How long was my last podcast? I'm pretty sure we passed.
I think I was on it. Like, yeah,
You're
no, it
you're
was,
you're on it a couple times, right?
yeah, the main
But
character syndrome.
main character syndrome. It was me and Julian, but now it's me and Spo. Me and Julian have gone our separate ways. We're cool though. It's all good. It's all good. We still hang out. Damn, the last
Everything's
episode.
fine. No need to
Last. Oh my.
speculate unless that gets
You
us
don't need to
clout.
speculate.
Then speculate.
Yeah, speculate all you want. Yeah, I punched Julian's girlfriend. That's what happened. Okay, the
I
last.
heard I heard someone was shoved into a chasm. I don't know what that meant, but that probably led to it.
A chasm. What the hell is that?
It's like a hole.
It's like a
It's like a
hole.
big hole. Yeah.
Okay. A chasm. Yes. Yes. Anyway, last podcast was 56 episodes, so I guess that's the
Wow.
threshold. If we could go past 56.
56.
Right. And I really wanna surpass. Have you heard of this podcast called None of This Matters?
No, what's that?
It was a podcast with Dana Snyder and MC Chris. Wait, am I saying his name right? MC Chris. They were both on Aqua Teen. Yes, MC Chris. That's his name. And they were both on Aqua Team, and they did this one podcast where they would just at first it was pretty cool because they'd be talking about Adult Swim stuff, but very quickly it turned out both of them were Disney adults, so they would just
Oh
talk
boy.
about Disney. Yeah, they were just talking about Disney stuff, and it got to a point where like I think on one of their episodes I commented saying like, yeah, if the next episode is just you guys talking about Disney, I'm gonna have to stop listening. I'm sorry.
Dude, come on. You don't like Disney adult podcasts?
No, that's not what I said. I thought they would talk about Adult Swim's dirty secrets or whatnot, or I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of the stuff was interesting. Getting their perspective about things was interesting for a bit.
Yeah.
And then I guess it kind of stopped. And I
I
don't
was
think
gonna say
because
like when did it stop? Like they just
it
like run
stopped
out of
at
Disney stuff.
they ran out of Disney stuff to talk about. They would just recite Defunctland videos again, just word for word. No, they I don't know. I remember in the last there was an episode they stopped at episode 23, and that was 5 months ago. And
Wow.
I can't remember if I listened to that episode. I think I listened to a little bit of it, but I remember like Dana talking about how this winter I'm gonna play Olaf in Frozen in a play because he does a lot of live
Oh wow.
theater. and he's gonna be like out of L.A. I think or whatnot, wherever he lives. And I think they both just got too busy, and I don't know if the podcast was making any numbers for them.
Yeah, no, not everyone can be the Fupa Fellas, sadly.
Not everyone can be the Fupa Fellows when we get to Foop million episodes.
One Fu Million, but
One
I
Foop
just
million.
imagine like Deanna Snyder playing like Olaf. It's just very funny to me. Like he's just they just like paint him fucking
They
stark
paint
white just
they
up
paint him
there.
white.
They just get this naked white man up there with a little
Naked.
carrot nose, just talking like Master Shake.
That'd be awesome. I
Yeah.
would watch. I would watch it if someone told me like, oh yeah, they have Master Shake playing Olaf. Yeah, I just watch it for that. Fuck it. Olaf is in like a good portion of the movie, right? He's not
Yeah, he's
he's not like the little rock goblins in that movie who are just there for a second.
yeah, they're there to like give Elsa her ice powers or whatever. Yeah, I think
Sweet.
so. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, but
Um, I
I
remember
think Olaf was a big player in it. It wasn't like
big
Moana where
portion.
they're like, oh yeah, here's this little pig character and it's gone now.
They
She's gone off with the rock.
Moana got greedy because they had a little pig character and they had a little chicken character, and it's like this is a little too much. Either
Yeah,
either either and the thing is that like you look, you could have a lot of little tiny characters. They just have to like work off of each other, you know,
yeah,
right?
definitely.
Um, but like if they don't work as foils to each, the thing is that actually now that I think about it, was I think the chicken was supposed to be a bigger part of the movie, and then they kind of like made his role smaller, which I think was the right call because who gives a shit, and
Yeah,
um, you know. Moana.
this,
Fun facts: that movie's coming out. The live action remake
yeah.
is coming out. You saw that?
Yeah, no, I'm surprised by it because I feel like the big audience for those sort of live action movies are like ironically enough Disney adults because like I think it just because like there's definitely like an era of movies that clearly do well and the ones that don't. Like last year you had Snow White that came out and no one cared, but then Lilo and Stitch came out, which would have been like a movie that the average Disney adult millennial would have grown up with, and that did super well. So like
Right.
Moana is like kind of in this weird era where it's like most millennial Disney adults would have probably been adults
Like,
at that point, but and they
and
already
it
made a
was
sequel to Moana, so it's like the kids would be like, okay, well, so I guess it'd be
Moana.
interesting to see what
Yeah,
happens there.
and it's only been 10 years since
Yeah,
Moana came out, right? And hypothetically, if you were an 8-year-old watching Moana and you liked Moana, and then you could
yeah.
watch the live action, like I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? Disney pulled out of Sora. Um,
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Hopefully, bad things happen. I've been really
Our
rooting for
podcast
bad.
only works if bad things happen, all right?
That's true. Yeah,
If
exactly. If
there's no bad
everything
things, there's no Fupa Fellas, all right? So
exactly
pray
the
for bad things every day.
the Fupa fellas will always be on the side of bad things. I tweeted out that I hope gas goes to $50.
I just want things to get worse.
Just make things worse. I don't care no more. I'm actually I do. A part of me is kind of like because like I know that like oh man, tell me if you've been in this situation, but that like finding out that your coworkers voted for like Trump. Have you
Hmm.
have you been in this situation?
Uh, thankfully, since I'm self-employed, I haven't had to be
Oh
in that
wow,
situation. But I can't imagine it's a pleasant conversation.
look at this motherfucker, self-employed. Oh my god. But
What can I
And he
say?
has a podcast. Wow, what a jerk.
Self-employed and a podcast.
And a
That's gonna
podcaster.
be that's gonna be. Look, there's only gonna be a few professions
Two
by
jobs.
2029. Podcaster, day trader, and fetish artist. All right, those are the big
And
three.
you're all three of them.
Absolutely.
Right. Anyway, but I found out one of my coworkers voted for Trump all three times actually, and
Wow.
he is fully aware. He doesn't like how bad things are going. He was unironically the guy that like was like, oh, I didn't vote for this, and it's like, are you dumb? He was president before, like. I even asked him, what was
Yeah.
the Trump policy you thought was like, yeah, like this is the policy I want to get through? Because I know for a fact it wasn't his housing policy. He didn't fucking have one. And he couldn't answer me. And now it's become this thing where like I can't like because and the thing is this was like the middle of last year was when I found this out. And ever
Oh
since
man.
then things have been just getting worse and worse. And getting to a point where like I barely even talk to this coworker because like what's the thing everyone talks about? How shitty things are, right? And I can't talk to him because and maybe he feels the same way, I don't know. Um because I know I'm just going to bring up how shitty things are. And he might not be able to agree because he knows he's directly like tied to how shitty things are, right?
It,
And he
yeah.
can't complain. Like the shit he likes to do is like negatively affected now because of like
Yeah.
the things he's voted for, right? It's
It,
really it's really awesome. It's really cool for him, I
yeah.
guess.
I mean, it definitely is like because you definitely don't really see the like proud Trump supporter much anymore. Like they've
Nah,
realized, oh, things are so awful now. Maybe if I just be quiet, people
I
and just don't answer, people ask me that question.
I've been seeing more people do like Trump adjacent things. I've been seeing people wear more of that Charlie Kirk Freedom shirt that he wore
Wow.
right when he got sniped, right? I saw
Yeah.
one I saw one guy wear a freaking shirt saying like "Make America Healthy Again" with like RFK Jr. and like Trump shaking hands. And it's like
That
this is awesome. This is really
that
cool,
is so
dude.
cool.
And he had a whole family with him too. So like I don't know.
Well, not for long. All right, if they're
I
drinking raw milk.
Yeah, they're drinking raw milk, right? They're not gonna be a family for long. Um, the same way I felt about this incredibly rotund, obese customer I saw with a MAGA hat, like at the start of last year, and I'm like, damn, he's not gonna make it to Christmas. With the way things are
Like,
going around here, he's not gonna make
just
it.
listen, man, this is not nothing against who you voted for, but you're not making it, buddy.
I think
It's
it
all
is
right.
because
I'm
well
not
Trump
making
isn't
it
making
either.
Trump ain't making it for like health wise. He isn't improving anything medical wise. The only good medical thing that happened under Trump was when Luigi killed that CEO, and that was like out of his hands. You know,
Yeah, that was just a force of nature.
that was just like a happy little accident, really. But
Absolutely.
enough about happy little accident. We have like a list of topics to go through. Did you get a chance to see that Manosphere documentary on Netflix with
I, I
Louis Theroux?
I did watch it. It was it's pretty interesting because like I feel like he like doesn't go particularly aggressive on them. He just kind
Yeah,
of puts the camera on them and just lets them speak for themselves. And
he
the
doesn't.
whole idea being like this is what they look like outside of their sort of bubble that they're usually in.
He's not like this is like probably the first time I see something related to Manosphere stuff not created by someone who's also terminally online. You know,
Yeah.
because there's like a bajillion YouTube videos that go way deeper than he does.
Hmm.
You know, the only advantage he has is that he's directly talking to these guys, right? So he catches like
Yeah.
some really interesting moments of them being like really fucking
Yeah.
like antisocial weirdo guys. But aside from that, something that I wanted to talk about, and I think I get it. I think I get what they're selling, and it's not masculinity. It's not that. It's not even traditional values. It's not. It's none of the things they're what they're telling you they're selling. That's not what they're selling, right?
Yeah.
Like what they're selling is like the idea that it's okay to be like a hypocrite, and what I mean is like, well, yeah, it's like because they'll get mad if you say that, but like, no, that's kind of what that is exactly what you're like promoting, right? That like, you show hypocrisy as almost like a form of freedom, right? And I
Yeah.
mean, like, I mean, it kind of is like because imagine like saying whatever you want and never having to be like never having to like actually stand by the words you say is that's kind of like liberating almost to an extent, right? And the way that
Yeah.
the way they're showing it, it's the obvious stuff like like traditional values, but they won't marry their like girlfriend of like 10 years, or they won't like
Yeah.
they'll sleep with a shitload of women and but call women whores. They'll be anti
Yeah, like
OnlyFans.
I was gonna say there's the bit where the guy's like, "Oh yeah, I hate OnlyFans, but also I basically run an OnlyFans ring," and it's like, it just doesn't matter. They're not that
Yeah,
it doesn't register to them because they at the end of the day, like, they don't believe in anything. They're just kind of like almost nihilists, where it's like, ah, who cares? It's making me money and getting me attention, and no one who
yeah,
follows me actually cares what I have to say. They just like looking at all the cool stuff I have.
yeah. Because it's not like them being exposed as hypocrites like negatively affects them, and I think a part of it, I think it's all ultimately all of it is tied to like how much money they make, and I think the real like the thing is that like there's no. I mean, it's fun, like recording them and they're like being stupid and silly, and they're saying all the
Yeah.
antisocial shit, and they're looking like idiots. But that doesn't like negatively affect them because the thing that props them up is unironically like these online gambling companies are
Mm-hmm.
their like main benefactor. Because if you think about it, all these guys really just did start popping up after they like the regulations for online gambling got looser, right? And
I never really put that together, but that does sound like an interesting correlation.
I mean, that's like all they promote, right? Like, sure, they promote like their finance apps that don't help you at all and take your money, but like all of them are tied to one or another form of like an online gambling or casino. Like that's the entirety of Kick's model. Is that the
Yeah.
main money maker is the online casino, and the Kick thing is more like kind of like a hey, look at me, we're doing edgy things over here, right? And if you
Yeah.
lost the online casino angle, Kick would probably just destroy itself. And that's what's propping all these guys. And it's all like sure, it's all tied back to like the first Trump presidency because he's directly responsible for deregulating
Yeah.
all those online gambling
It,
companies and websites, right?
it's also that, and like his personality, right? Like,
True.
it's one of those things where these guys kind of realized they could just be heels, and like
Yeah.
that could be their job. Like in wrestling, a heel is like basically
Yeah.
someone who is a villain who just does the most evil thing possible for the sole purpose of people hating them because they're supposed to be the bad guy.
Yeah. That's
And that's sort of what these guys do.
yeah. Spo's uncle's a big heel. He's really proud of that. He's the heel
Yeah,
of the
he's
family.
a he is the heel of the family. He's kind of the evil one. Everyone has an evil uncle, all right. If you listener don't have an evil uncle, you just haven't met them yet. They're coming, trust me.
If you don't have an evil uncle, you're the evil uncle.
You might be the evil uncle, all
You
right. Just
might be the
check your
evil uncle.
surroundings, check your messages. How many are on red?
Uh,
Um,
just just check how many of your nieces did you molest. If it's more than one,
oh my god.
oh wow, Fupa Fellas
Uh,
is with an
Fupa,
iconic start. People will be talking
Fupa
about.
Fellas. That's going on. That'll go on a shirt. That's on. That's going on Teespring.
Someone's gonna
Make sure to buy
animate.
it when you can.
Someone's gonna animate, do a little animation of us saying that, so it's forever online.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool. We're talking about yeah. Anyway, hypocrisy. Yeah. That's like just the main thing. That's like the main thing they're selling to people, and a big thing too. I was talking to my boss about this because think about like okay, so it it's crazy. Okay, so think about what like Trump as a president like does to like the minds of impressionable like teenagers and kids. Oh, that's another thing. These manospheres guy, their main audience is like teenagers,
Oh yeah,
like male
yeah,
teenagers because like they're kind of in the perfect demographic where they could if you're like a guy teenager, you could be a huge hypocrite and no one will care because you're basically still a
yeah,
kid, you know. So your
yeah.
words don't
And
have consequences just yet, you
and a
know.
lot of manosphere guys just sort of act like what a teenager thinks being an adult is like. So that's like
Right.
the audience, 100%.
Pretty much. And but I was talking to my boss about what do you think mentally it does to impressionable teenagers when you see Trump like be proven to be a child rapist, a fucking cannibal time and time after
Yeah,
again, and then nothing happens to him, like he doesn't get arrested or nothing. And what's that like show to like a teenager, just anyone who's impressionable, Like, oh wow, so
Yeah.
I guess because in their head they're taught like, well, if you're arrested, that means you did something bad, and that's kind of like a lot of a lot of people's mentality. It's not just teenagers. Like a lot of adults, that's their mentality. Like, oh, if you're arrested, you must have done something bad. Like, there's no way a cop was wrong, you know. But if the president is
Yeah.
getting arrested and he's committing like the worst crimes ever, um, then it doesn't seem like he's did anything wrong, you know. And then people will just go on with their life, you know, right? And
Yeah.
that's that's not good. Like, I mean, like, say what you want about like Obama, you know, I got my issues with Obama, but like you remember when like there was a kind of an image of a politician, of like a president being kind of like
Yeah.
like
Like
polite, mature.
that's kind of the thing, right? Like it's sort of the bit where it's like I think like Nick Mullen made a bit about it or wherever, where it's like has have we just have has like the general public became more interested in politics because people are more aware, or is it just like things are just sort of degraded to like
Mm,
with no professionalism? Like, people just realize, oh, we could just turn this into reality TV, and that's
hmm.
fine.
I think like I've always been kind of like, because I feel like whatever, I think if you pay whatever you need to do to make people pay attention to politics is, I think, important. But on the flip side, people love, like, you know, the messiness. They love a heel, you know, they love like a
Yeah,
fucking disgusting little bitch or something like on reality shows. And you put that in politics, and now everyone like kind of cares, and then it's all these like different like kind of like mechanisms working at the same time, because then you have like your fucking this is what like kind of like someone like Ben Shapiro's role was, that he would come in and he'll try to add like logic to like, oh no,
yeah,
we're picking Trump because da 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 whatever Duma Amlagada or whatever the fuck. And you know, that would add some like legitimacy up until people don't even really care about how logical you sound anymore, because everyone's just like in their own reality now, you know,
yeah.
like not
It's just about what sound bites are the most effective, and not really like
mm-hmm.
what the body of their stuff is saying. Because most people aren't. If they see like a person online, they're not like, oh, let me see what else they say about everything. They just see like a short of them and then like move past it, and then like they might say another short. So they
Yeah.
just sort of think, oh, well, this I like this short, so I this guy probably has cool things to say, and then they move on and don't even like follow up on them. But then you end up doing that, and you realize, oh wait, this guy said what about the Holocaust? Oh, that's not good.
That's not a good thing about the Holocaust. And that being said, though, I'm on the other my other like thing with this is that, like, well, if you're a person who's trying to like do good in the world, you're gonna have to like, I mean, sucks to say, you're gonna have to maneuver like this. And I'm not saying like being like a piece of shit or an asshole, but I'm saying like you're gonna have to go where the people are, you know, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things where people wonder how much like online debate even does anymore. Like,
Mm-hmm.
unless like you're going on their platforms, that's kind of probably the only way.
Dude,
Like these sort of fresh and fit or whatever, right? Like that's the
yeah,
big one.
yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Oh my, yeah, it sucks. It sucks how much just kind of like everything is, you know, like connected with fucking like influencers of all types, you know. It's not just
Yeah,
like because like when you have like like in the documentary, the part where like, oh, there's like OnlyFan models on their podcast, and all it is that they're there, and the guys are just like fucking, what's his
yeah,
name, Marcus, whatever the fuck, the fresh and fit guy is like, yeah, like fucking he's just talking shit in front of them, like saying like, do you guys even know
yeah,
where the capital of Florida is? And it's like, who cares ultimately? But like, you know, the OnlyFans models
yeah.
know what
It's
they're doing. Like, they're there because they
yeah,
want
they're
to get advertised, you know.
yeah, and I mean, it clearly it works because they know, okay, it's mostly just like lonely young guys who go on these, who are like watching these shows, and they can like watch me be berated or whatever, but they're gonna go to my link and give me a bunch of money,
Right,
whether they
yeah,
want to admit
true,
it or not.
exactly, right. I th-
it's a whole cycle, you know. This is
it is. It's
there's a
endless.
lot of notes to a lot to be learned here as a fledgling podcast right now.
Exactly. Yeah, we were gonna become 10 times bigger hypocrites. We're gonna bring on women, berate them. We're gonna promote traditional values.
we would never the first rule of the Fupa Fellas podcast, we would never berate women, all right? We're better than those guys. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it,
exactly.
folks at home.
Eventually, we could have a woman on this podcast. Eventually, or
In theory.
I could replace Bo with a woman. Eventually,
Yeah,
maybe, right? Or one of us can
exactly.
transition. The
One
doors
of us here. All right. Here's a little game for you, voters. You decide. Vote who transitions.
who transition. You want cheesy or
Whoever does
Spo?
has to do it.
Exactly, and we can't. And the thing is that like, we can't like if the moment one of us comes out as like, oh well, I don't want to be the one to transition. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, they're obviously gonna transition. Right?
Yeah,
That's what someone who
it's
wants to
like
transition would say.
exactly. That's real egg behavior, unfortunately.
Real egg behavior, right? Exactly. So we'll leave that as a fun little game to for the
One little game.
viewers.
We're putting the polls in. It's gonna
Right.
be big. It's gonna be the biggest decision of this year, I think.
All right. Let's change this topic. I want to talk Digital Circus. If you're not a
Okay.
Digital Circus fan, click off now. If you hate the Digital
Well, yeah.
Circus, do
If
not
you
listen
hate
to
the
this
digital
part.
circus, if you want to see Pomni dead in the street, well, get off of here, all right?
Well, wait for the final episode because that's
Wait
my
for the
prediction.
final,
You're
your
gonna
final
die.
prediction that they're all dead, all right? They're
All right.
you know that Edda and Eddie creepypasta, brother. That's what it is. It's where like all different dead kids from different eras
Different
in
eras.
purgatory. Yeah,
Damn, that'd be kind of crazy. That's kind of it a little. That it seems to be implied that like that could be
there are
where they're
definitely
going.
some where I'm like, some of these people might actually be dead. Like especially with like Gangle or whatever. It's like, okay, so did she kill herself or what? You know?
Yeah, it's I think the one like pervasive theory that seems to be very popular right now is the whole Soma thing with like, oh, they're
Yeah,
just like mind copies in like a game, right?
yeah. I mean
And
that's sort of what I've been subscribing to. It
I
seems
mean, it
like
makes
it
the
makes a lot
most
of
sense.
sense.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be interested to see like if it turns out that isn't the case. That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah,
Because
you're
I'm
right.
I'm I'm very much my okay. Here's I'll say this because I think when people come up with a lot of fan theories is that they a fan theory like can very easily it's a couple of DNA sequences away from becoming fan fiction. You know,
Yeah,
but
like
like
it's sort of like this like fandom brain thing that you, or I
yeah.
guess like theory brain thing where you get a lot where it's like, okay, well I'm assuming this theory I've made up is true, so I'm just gonna pile things onto it and
Hmm.
just not really realizing that like the foundation hasn't even been secured yet.
Yeah, cause and the thing is that like I don't think they're doing this on purpose. Like with I see people throwing the. So there was this one post going around saying like, oh, Digital Circuits is like the vague posting like indie series. It's like, okay, what? Like,
I've seen that. It's like I feel like there's like, that's like my biggest criticism of it. Like, there's too many moments where there's just like characters sit down and explain what they're thinking and feeling right now.
I feel
You
like it's
know, like
very
it's
I feel
not
like it's very
subtle.
blunt. Yeah, it's not subtle.
Yeah,
I think what they mean is that it's a mystery. I think that's do you not know ever
I
heard of the
mean,
term a mystery? Because that's the whole series is like a mystery, right? Like why are they
yeah.
there, right?
I mean,
But
it's definitely like there's definitely going to be a lot of mysterious elements. Like it reminds me a lot of something like Over the Garden Wall or whatever, where it's
mhm,
like there's clearly a lot of just weird stuff that 100% it probably isn't going to be explained, but like the
uh
most important thing is if there's like closure for the characters, since that's
that's
the main thing.
that's true. Um, and I think also the fact that like episodes are like months in between, people get
Hmm.
angsty, you know, so they start coming up with their
Yeah,
own theories. about like what's like gonna happen, what's going on, especially because the series is well liked, and people want to like engage. A lot of fan theory
Yeah.
stuff becomes like a substitute for like media like literacy. Like this is what they read
Yeah.
into the series, but they can't like they don't know what subtext is. So it's like, okay, well, maybe if I think really hard about the text, that'll make up for like me not looking at the subtext or me not like comprehending what subtext is. Right?
Yeah.
But
It's
I'm
a
about
lot
to,
of younger people sort of trying to piece
yeah.
together this thing, and that it is good that they're at least thinking about it in that way. That
Yeah,
is like creatively enticing, even if like the fan theory is wrong. It's like people still drawing stuff or making stuff about their theory is like always interesting, and it's always nice
hmm
time capsules for when the show is over and we can kind of look back on all that stuff.
right, exactly. And I feel a lot of time, yeah, because I was thinking about that with when I rewatched Gravity Falls. Because actually,
Hmm.
I think I missed a lot of the episodes in the last season, but I saw the whole thing, and
Yeah.
in one go, it was a really good show, and
Yeah.
I feel like, oh yeah, if this was coming out weekly, then you have to wait months for seasons. Like you get fed into the whole like theory stuff, and if you get so involved in that, of course you're gonna be disappointed by the ending when like all the weird symbols don't really mean anything, and
Yeah.
like I mean I was also kind of surprised too when it turned out that Bill Cipher was just the final boss. I thought there was like a bigger thing happening, right? But if you just watch the
Yeah.
show, it's like, okay, well then that doesn't really bother you. I think also you have no time to like think about those things, and I think it's like a
Yeah.
good and a bad. Here's the thing, okay. Getting into fan theories, it's fine. It's fine to like like indulge yourself in like fan theories and think more about
Yeah.
things and whatnot. But the thing is that you shouldn't like you should be open for your expectations to change, because a lot of
Yeah.
times like I think a better way to word the whole fan theories being fan fiction is that a lot of times people's fan theories become the thing they want to happen. You know?
Because that's the thing, right? Because like when you're theorizing things you want to happen in a story, you're subconsciously going to pick things that you like most in a story to like
Hmm.
fit it in there. And like so, if something ends up in a way that isn't like how you imagined it, you're going to be disappointed because it's like, well, I already tailor made the perfect way I would want this to go, so that means
Right.
this is bad. It's like not that isn't always the case.
Yeah, exactly. That's why like, and I think this is unironically mostly a problem for like younger people or people who have too much free time, you know?
Yeah.
Because you could do all this, and if you're like a grown ass adult with a job, like I'm not like fucking theory crafting about Digital Circus to the level that some people are. I'm very much a very
Yeah.
casual person with the theories, and I like to like kind of like I don't try to like figure out exactly like if I come up with a theory, I'm gonna like base a lot of that shit on maybe two pieces of evidence and just not think about it too
Yeah.
hard, because like
I because I know you saw it made one recently where it was
yeah,
like
it was doing
Pomni
numbers.
being an AI or something that
Right,
I was doing
exactly.
numbers, and it's like one of those things where like that's definitely interesting. That could be a way to do a twist on it. But it's one of those things too where it's like so many people are so bought into the Soma thing, they're like, well, no, that gets in the way of the Soma thing. It's like, well, we don't know if the Soma thing's real, so
Right, and a lot of it is kind of like, do you want the Soma thing to be real? Because I'll say this, I want to be surprised. I want to like if I feel like I have faith in Gooseworks. I feel like whatever.
yeah,
Overall, I really enjoy the presentation of Digital Circus. I think if what I really like is like the feelings it gives me, the like how it can switch back and forth from really funny to something very foreboding, and I even
yeah,
rewatched like the first episode. I've been rewatching like some episodes with the mindset of like, oh, what if Pomni is an AI, right? But like,
yeah,
and sometimes it's fun to find like a clue, like, oh, maybe this is it. But sometimes that could rob something, because like, okay, what if she's not an AI? She's just actually is just a nice person that wants to help people, you know?
yeah.
And it's just so yeah, like you shouldn't like fall too hard
It's
into it. You should don't treat it like gambling, all right? But it's fun. It's fun to treat it like gambling. I know I tweeted out when
yeah,
someone replied to my tweet about Pomni being an AI, saying like this is some game theory random bullshit ass like thing to say.
it
And then I
it
responded with Angry Birds throwing the dice, being like, all on random bullshit.
I mean, that's kind of a big thing about like
Hmm.
theory crafting or whatever, where it's like, I was gonna say that,
Yeah.
people want the show to be this way, and they're like following the breadcrumbs for the mystery, and they're piecing it together, and it's like,
Hmm.
if they end up right, it's like, yeah, that was the mystery. Like, okay,
Hmm.
well, you got it right. Are you upset about, doing what you're supposed to and reading into the subtext and piecing it
Hmm.
together? Like, or would it be better if it was just like, just something completely all out of left field that no one could have ever predicted?
Hmm. Right. And I think also a lot of like, I think there's kind of like the worry of like if I was thinking about like Gooseworks like perspective, I don't know if this is what she's thinking of, right? But like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes like, and this could be a thing with a creator or like a person who like, consumer, whatever the fuck, is that like you're just in it for the reveal of the mystery, and if the reveal isn't anything satisfying, everything else is like, worthless, right? And
Yeah.
you could be scared that like everything hinges on the reveal, and if it's not a good reveal, people are gonna be like, well, fuck it, I wasted my time, right?
Yeah.
And I don't feel that with Digital Circus though. I feel
I,
like even if like I'm not satisfied with the ending, I'm gonna go back and be like, yo, but you know what? These were still pretty. This was still a fun series,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, like that's like the big thing. Like whatever the big reveal might be, the thing I'm most interested in right now is just like getting to know, like, okay, what's more about these characters, and that's
Hmm.
clearly what the show is more interested in exploring at the end of the day,
Hmm.
because like, especially like with the latest episode, like kind of taking the filters off, it's like, okay, so do they actually remember who they are now? Well, we get
It's
some
gonna be
stuff about
interesting.
that sort of explains their sort of
Hmm.
way they are.
Right. Yeah. I did say that like I thought that like, oh, well, I think they're gonna be fine because Bubble is probably still there. But if you watch like all of the credits, the little like little gifs of animations
Yeah,
of them walking, you see that Kane and Bubble are gone. So it's like, oh shit, maybe Bubble got deleted too with Kane.
that is kind of one theory I've had. Just to like, I'm sure someone else has brought it up. There's a million of them, but because like, in the beginning it shows like, oh yeah, Kane ate the bubble, ate
Ate
Abel,
like
quote unquote,
ate
and
ate the blue
put it
AI.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, ate the blue AI, but it's like, what if like Bubble was actually the defective one all along? I feel like that,
Oh, that'd be
because
crazy. That's the crazy
because like
twist.
you think, because I feel like that would make sense logically. They're constantly just like acting defective. Like Kane is constantly trying to like wrangle them in and
Hmm.
seemingly can't get rid of them. And
Get
like they're
the
always just sort of, and they're initially the one who like sets him over the edge, because they're the one who just eventually antagonizes him enough to like
what
just start messing everything up,
Adam
right?
Sandler's fucking like Kane was the good guy.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting. But if Kane
you
is just
know
like the defective one, that makes sense too.
you know what's interesting? I think Bubble disappears after the scene where like Kane's like I'm God, and Bubble I don't think shows up after that, right? Like I don't remember
Hmm.
Bubble at
Yeah,
all showing up.
I, I mean, I think I remember them showing up like when he was like talking with them, like they were trying to like distract him to like let Kinger do his job or whatever, and like,
Bubble shows up in the computer screen that Kinger was like doing, and I'm seeing people theorizing that because there's like another person in the computer. I think it's Kane and like a third person. I think the third person is like the AI that Kane ate,
yeah,
which I'm thinking is Bubbles, but like there's no like direct confirmation it's Bubbles. So, but I mean it feels
yeah,
obvious, right? Like I don't know.
it, yeah. I mean, it seems like one of those things where that would just be an interesting, like, sort of
Hmm.
antagonistic, like almost force of nature, because it's
Hmm.
like, Kane at least can be talked to. Bubble is just like would just be kind of complete anarchy at that point,
It could
and that
be.
would be a good way to sort of have that rising action. But who knows? I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
don't
a
know what the
the,
last episode is gonna be entail, but I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever Goose Story's got cooking.
yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see how it all wraps up. I'm
Hmm.
also interested to see how Knights of Guinevere turns out. That pilot really, I think that's probably Glitch's best pilot. Like just going pilot to pilot basis. I think that one's the
Mm.
strongest.
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one. My first time I agree with Spo on something.
Yeah,
Um,
he's always such a
he's
contrarian,
always such a
I'm glad I get we can agree on
contrarian.
something.
But no, I liked it too. I was. I don't think I tweeted this out. I could have, but I could have said like, damn, Dana Terrence coming into the indie animation scene is gonna like really like everyone's gonna have to jump up their skill level now, because these like industry professionals are coming in and they're leaving their that other like I think recently that Kickstarter another Kickstarter animated indie pilot Kickstarter also like fucking got funded in 15
Yeah,
minutes too recently.
yeah, the Matt Braley one.
Yeah, yeah. So it's all fucking it's
I
happening.
mean,
Everyone has to try harder
it
now.
it's one of those things where you have a lot of these seasoned professionals who are getting kicked out of the mainstream
Hmm.
industry, and they're like, well, I've already made a show that a lot of people like, so I can
Hmm.
just like use that as leverage to like kickstart my own thing,
Right.
and that's what they
Exactly.
do.
Exactly. I mean, that's fine. It's gonna be interesting to fucking see. Um, but better get ready for my indie animated pilot coming out in
Yeah,
5 years from now. It's gonna be epic.
the the Fupa family indie pilot.
The
It's
football.
going live on Indiegogo.
The
We'll take whatever you give us, and we'll definitely return it once the podcast is a
if
success.
you give us more than $5, we'll put you in the show. Um, and you can be a character.
You can send us a crusty wave file of all the dialogue you want. We'll put it
Well,
in there.
we'll send you the dialogue, and it's just like slurs. Like, just record yourself saying all this. We'll put it in the
Yeah, just say
show.
that. Say your name, full name and address too, and place you work.
Now you might be thinking like, what? Well, what is it? What is the episode about where you need everyone to say slurs? The episode about how bad slurs are, and we'll list down every bad. We'll list down the slurs from like bad to worst. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
so
Like you're the one raising awareness for how bad these all are, and you have to say them all in order to like let people know which ones
well,
not to say.
we'll be kind of like the our pilot's gonna be like the origins to the Fupa Fellas. Kind of like the TED show. It's like a prequel.
Exactly.
How it happened, how it came to be. I was
Absolutely.
I was talking to my partner, my life partner. I was talking to them about how if Ted. So some people notice about Ted the show is that Ted is like more woke than he is in the movies, even though like in
Yeah.
it's a prequel, right? And to me, that's like the
Yeah.
same. Ted being woke in the Ted show is the same vibe of like the Jedi's doing backflips in the prequels, right? And then like
Listen, what you don't realize is that Ted was radicalized by the manosphere.
he joins the gym. That kind of does explain it, right? Like
Yeah.
they join the gym
He
and they
was
just
like, I
become
need.
awful people.
Yeah, he transforms into Mark Wahlberg,
Right.
the kid from the TED show. Unfortunately,
Seth MacFarlane kickstarts season 3. Okay,
yeah,
we
like
need an alternate
literally,
timeline.
come on, new indie animated show, TED season 3.
I want what should have happened, and I'll be okay with this. Instead of Johnny becoming Mark Wahlberg, just make Johnny become Seth MacFarlane. I don't care. It's fine. It would work
Yeah,
better. I thought that's what the direction they were gonna go because like the last episode of the Ted show is like, oh, Johnny is doing his own like little comic strip and he's actually decent at it. And I thought like, oh, he's gonna become a cartoonist and he's gonna be like Seth MacFarlane. But no, it's like, oh, he
exactly.
still becomes Mark Wahlberg and beats up all those Vietnamese people.
He still beats the people blind.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, but nah, the TED show is so good. Like I genuinely think it's better than the movies.
No, it is, unironically. I think
Yeah,
I wonder if like the fact that he was like, yeah, this is just where the show is gonna end. I wonder if he originally wanted the Ted prequels to be movies, maybe. But then like I guess
probably.
probably got a show off of it as a deal. Like I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't check. I don't check interviews.
I
Um,
mean, I can only imagine that Seth MacFarlane would want to bring back Ted because he's like, I have an idea for this that I really want to do. Because like, why else of all the IP that he has, like, why would it be like, oh yeah, bring back Ted?
yeah, exactly. Especially since the second movie didn't do so hot. But
Yeah,
I guess Ted is Ted is like a it's not a tainted IP. I guess it's not like
yeah.
it's like if he was trying to bring back the Cleveland show or something.
Don't worry, guys. We're not gonna have a white guy voice him this
We're
time.
not gonna have a white guy, but they should get like season 3. Get Ted voiced by a black guy. I think it's possible. It's crazy. I might have mentioned this before, but like how Family Guy is like because after like the whole thing with like people focusing more on like well why isn't there more black voice actors voicing black characters and a lot of animated
Yeah.
series like then got black voice actors right.
Mm-hmm.
um Family Guy is like the only show that got like a black voice actor that actually sounds like Cleveland. And what I mean
Yeah.
is that like if you watch The Simpsons now and you hear all the new voice actors they got for like all the black characters, nothing against those voice actors. I'm glad they're working. They don't sound like those characters, you know, because like
I think a lot of it is like, especially for like Carl or Doctor Hibbert from The
yeah,
Simpsons. It's like those are already characters that most people don't really think about that often. So you could change their voice, and they're probably just like, who's going to notice? But the
I
Fupa
get that.
Fellas noticed.
Oh, the Fupa Fellas. Hey, we care about that. We pay close attention to POC
We care about
voices.
Carl. We love
Yeah.
Carl here.
We love Carl. Hey, look, we're gonna pass by Mount Carlmore. Oh, how did Carl feel
Yeah,
about that? We never discussed it.
that's the title of this episode. We love Carl.
We
Big
love
JPEG of
Carl.
Carl's
Big
face.
top ten Carl moments. When he shot Mr. Burns. Um,
That's insane.
I had this.
Yeah, it's a spoiler, man.
Yeah, it's a spoiler. I think I think publicly I said something about like I'm gonna stop doing short comics, so I want to focus back on long ones. Like Villainverse, which is coming back. I'm rebooting it. I think I mentioned it before in other
Wow.
podcasts. But
I never
that
knew
being
that.
but that being said, the great thing about having a podcast is I can just like fucking just like vomit out all the ideas I have for short comics. Like I was thinking it'd be funny to do an episode. It'd be funny to do a comic where it's like the Simpsons writers' room, and they're all like, "Fuck, we're out of ideas. We're literally out of ideas." And then one of them's like, "All right, it's time to use the forbidden ideas." Bart gets molested, and
I
but
mean,
then
that's something that like American Dad figured out early on. You're like, okay, there's only so much you can do with this premise. All right, I know what we got to do. We gotta open the incest vault. All right, they're gonna start fucking each other. That opens so many potential
creative
storytelling
liberty.
opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
It will. It is a path you cannot walk back, though. You will
In
forever go down the path of incest, unfortunately.
in incest is a lot of creative potential in incest. You're right, Spo. A lot untapped potential that
Exactly.
incest has.
I mean, listen, American Dad went down the path of incest, and I think it's still pretty funny.
But here's the thing: the guy suggests like the Bart gets molested, but they say right away like they say we already did that episode. And then he starts running down the list. He's all like, Lisa gets molested. It's like, we already did that. Maggie gets molested. We won an Emmy for that one.
Oh my god!
Then at the end, they're like, okay, which Simpson character hasn't gotten molested? And they're flipping for the little note cards, and they pull out Disco Stew. So, yeah, it all fucking, it all comes back.
just the idea that like someone's watching The Simpsons and fucking puts on it's like, oh, what's this one, Disco Stew, is he getting molested too? God damn it. This is the
Disco
last
Stew
one.
got molested too.
There we go. That's a perfect final
Perfect.
panel right there.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. I think I feel like Simpsons at that era where they should just like they should just make episodes weirder, like weird.
Yeah.
Like just make a creepy pasta. Just make what is it called, Dead Bart?
Dead,
That's the
Dead
creepy
Bart,
pasta. Yeah,
yeah.
just
I
unironically make Dead Bart, and then don't even add a joke or nothing. Just make it Dead Bart. So
I'm
people are like, what the fuck?
I'm surprised they haven't done that for a treehouse before. I guess because the writers room aren't at the age to know what the fuck a creepypasta is yet. But I feel like that's like that would get some traction at least. There would definitely be an article on CBR written about it. Absolutely.
We'll see a screen cap of it going around on Twitter. People won't really watch the episode, but they'll be like, "Whoa, what the fuck, Dead Bart?"
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
I say that, but I did totally watch the Bumblebee Man episode where they get the Spanish voice actor for Homer to do Bumblebee Man because that voice actor means a lot to my people.
That's right.
Yeah, so it works sometimes. Like I haven't the most recent Family Guy episode I seen was the one where Lois and Meg like steal what's
Like
it called?
pumpkin spice.
Yeah, they
stuff.
steal pumpkin spice.
Yeah. Yeah. That. No, I'm fully caught up on Family
Really
Guy. That's my that's my talent.
You're the Family Guy
that-
expert of the show.
Family Guy expert. Yeah, that's on my resume. But yeah, no, I think the most recent one was it was like the one where Stewie and Lois get high together
yeah.
and like
Stewie
she ends
talk.
up discovering. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I think Family Guy is fine when it like knows it's a stupid cartoon, but episodes where it tries to take itself seriously are just like, what are you doing? You can't. You can't put that genie back in the bottle, man. I'm sorry.
It is kind of too late, you know. Like we know what this is.
It was too late. Like it was too late. Like 15 years ago when they did it.
Yeah, like we all know you're just Seth MacFarlane's like infinite money glitch, you know.
Yeah.
Like, right. Exactly. Like if someone said like, oh, we can make Ted season 3, all it would take would be canceling Family Guy. I'll be like, pull the trigger, buddy. Just get rid of Family Guy.
Because I feel like Ted like does have somewhat of a heart to it.
It does.
Yeah.
I tweeted that out actually about like I think people miss when Peter was nice. That's like the big appeal of like Ted, is that like Ted is like a just chill guy. Like he says fucked up shit all the time, but like he at least is chill about it. That's the thing. You could say fucked up shit. You just gotta just be chill. You to be chill, be a little woke with it, not too woke, but a little woke. You can be a little woke, just a smidge.
Just throw a little woke in there, It's like that Salt Bake guy,
right?
The
Exactly.
iconic topical meme of 2026, or it will be by the time this podcast comes out.
Salt Bake guy. I think I saw the word Salt Bake like earlier today, and I didn't look into it, but I'm like, I guess this is a new guy. There's just a new guy.
No, the Salt, Salt Bay. He does the salt.
Oh wait, Salt Bay. I thought you said Salt Bake. I thought there was like a
Bake.
new.
Yeah.
I thought there was a new Salt guy. I thought we got a new one.
No, Salt Bay kills those guys if there's a new one that pops up, because like he needs to sell his overpriced gold-plated steaks.
Wow, that's so cool. We used to be a country.
Yeah.
You heard about
thankfully Salt Bay's here.
Have you heard about Palm Beach Pete?
Who's Palm Beach Pete?
Who's Palm Beach Pete? Palm Beach Pete. Yeah, Palm Beach Pete is there's a photo going around of a guy that looks suspiciously like Jeffrey Epstein driving a car in Florida. And everyone's all like, damn, that motherfucker is still alive. And I guess it made so much noise that the actual guy came out and said, I'm not Jeffrey Epstein, I'm Palm Beach Pete. I'm not joking. I'm not making this up.
You could have picked a different name, man. Not like some kind of Palm Beach Pete. That sounds like the fakest name I've ever heard in my life.
It sounds like, I'll say this. It's like one of those names where like he gave himself a nickname. And he thinks people call him that. Yeah, like I'm Palm Beach Pete. Everyone knows I'm Palm Beach Pete. Local hero Palm Beach Pete, right? and then
hero Palm Beach Pete beats the pedophilia accusation.
Well, okay. Before you, don't jump the gun just yet. Don't jump the gun just yet, because sad to say, sad to say, Palm Beach Pete got milkshake ducked. So,
Oh
well,
no! I just found out about this guy.
he said he wasn't Jeffrey Epstein, but he did say he partied with him.
Whoa!
Yeah,
maybe he was a body double.
look, maybe like okay, a party can mean a lot of things, you know. Like,
Yeah,
it could just be like he invited neighbors over and they ate like snacks or something by the pool.
he went to Epstein's pedophile cookout, but it's like, no, listen, we did have a baby on the smoker, but that was it. All right, I didn't eat it.
It's like you could have a cookout with pedophiles and there's no pedophilia going on. Like,
listen, it's not like it was billed as the pedophile cookout. It was just a cookout. I didn't know that there were pedophiles.
I didn't know. I don't ask people. See, maybe we're the weird ones because we would ask if people are pedophiles at every cookout we go to.
just go into a cookout, just like be like, oh, you know, this slaw's pretty good. This isn't a pedophile cookout, is it?
This is like
just making sure. I have an irrational fear of a pedophile cookout.
That's kind of like with like the rise of true crime, people become more paranoid. With the rise of true crime podcast, people become more paranoid of who's the serial killer. So like like asking like, oh, are you a serial killer? Like, no, like everyone's just asking who's a pedophile instead. That's not a crazy thing to ask. Children really love pedophiles, and I mean like they love memeing about them.
What? Yeah, you know, it's one of those things I've seen like posts about it where it's like, you know, people always joked about like pedo bear or whatever, but like that was at least like joking at the concept of pedophilia, not a real guy.
And before, well, the thing is like, and before pedo bear, you got to remember this. Well, people would joke about like Michael Jackson being a pedophile. That was like the big thing.
That is true.
There's so many Newgrounds animations dedicated to like Michael Jackson being a pedophile, right?
Yeah, like, and I mean, there's still people who think that like it's just a common thing. There's a whole Simpsons episode about Michael Jackson grooming Bart Simpson.
he molested him. I can't believe they did that episode twice.
That was the part that they were like, you can't do that. We already did that, and they can't. They took it off Disney Plus.
I hear a lot of mixed things about Michael Jackson and whether or not he did it or not, and there's so many competing documentaries about the guy, right? That being said, I'll say this because I think everyone agrees he was in a bed with a child, but what I'm hearing is that he didn't do anything with the child, and what that makes me think is that like, so that makes it that like, okay, let's say I'm not calling Michael Jackson a pedophile, but hypothetically, that means he's the one grown-ass man that was in a bed with a child and he didn't do anything to him, which is insane of like a once in a happenstance kind of thing to happen if you think about it, you know?
It's definitely just like, I think it's just Michael Jackson was someone who was just abused heavily during their childhood, and like so they never got a chance to be a kid, and by the time they did, they were like a grown ass man trying to do kid stuff, and like everyone just thought, is he a pedophile?
I think the thing is though, I'll say this, that isn't like, the thing is that like that's not like unique to Michael Jackson, and what I'm saying is that like, well, a lot of people grew up in abusive relationships. Grew up in abusive households, and they didn't get a chance to experience like a childhood, and then they grow up never experiencing whatever. But that being said, is that Michael Jackson's so rich he could like attempt to recreate it. You know,
that's right? What I mean. Like he had the resources to be like, well, I can just I'm already super famous and rich. I'm just gonna try to recreate a childhood with all my wealth, and it doesn't work. It just makes people think you're a pedophile.
It does. I guess like the thing is that like, well, nowadays there's like safer ways to do that because like now you have like people just buying every like Sanrio, Hello Kitty product they see. We have Labubus now for all that. So, you didn't have a childhood? Well, we have a bunch of Labubus you could buy, and that could kind of like, you know.
Are you trying to say everyone who buys a Labubu is a pedophile?
No,
is that something we're endorsing on this podcast?
No.
No.
I would never slander the good name of Labubu. All right, that's crazy.
Absolutely
I wouldn't fucking say that about Labubus.
We love Pop Mart and all their products. I bought
Yeah, what'd you buy?
I bought like there's these figurines that I just kind of like the way they looked. I saw it in like one of those vending machines or whatever while I
Yeah,
was in Chicago, and
yeah.
it's something called Peach Riot, which is like a
Oh, that sounds familiar.
they're they're like a I guess they're like a fictional band or whatever. It's like a gorillas thing, but they're kind of like
Mm.
gorillas if they sucked because like
Oh,
the figurines are cute, but like this the music is like it's like something you would hear in a Bratz commercial. It's like nothing. It's like what
it's
if you're trying to sell this band, you think you'd give them like better music.
it's funny. You're like, oh, it's
But like
gorillas. They suck. Oh, you mean gorillas now?
oh
Yeah.
damn.
Just no. I like
Fucking
no.
got him.
I this might be a hot take. I did like Cracker Island. That being said, that
Yeah.
was mostly because like I'm a big fan of Thundercat and he was on that song. So, oh okay, yeah, I think I
Yeah.
have seen these around. These are cute. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of like variants of it seems to be they have like one for everything now because I am seeing like the little like Pop Mart like vending machines popping up. You know, Labubus
Yeah.
have been on the decline as of late. I think.
Yeah, no one's. I think they've had their time in the sun, and now they got to find a new cash cow. And no one wants the Labubu anymore. They're throwing them away.
Uh,
They're giving them to their dog.
Damn. The dog is like ripping it apart.
The
Damn.
dog's just going to town on it. They love tearing in that little beast.
That's true. I fucking that being said, now that Labubus have gone down, maybe I could finally buy that Joker Labubu.
What?
I
Joker Labubu?
oh man, I wish I bookmarked it, but I saw like okay, because there's like yeah, if you and don't look up Joker Labubu because you're gonna either get like people's little custom Labubus as like Joker, or you're gonna get like AI generated Joker Labubu like images, right? But I remember
Uh,
seeing there was like a little pack of uh of kind of like the extended Labubu like mythos, the Labubu the other Labubu characters. Labubu has a whole entire lore to it. I don't know if you're aware of this, Spo.
so it's got like a whole extended
There's a
cast,
whole
sort of
extended
like
cast. Labubu is a female. Labubu has a boyfriend who's like a skeleton.
okay.
I don't know if you
So
knew
it's like
this.
it is just like the Sanrio thing where it's like there's Hello Kitty and then there's like all the other ones.
Right, exactly. Yeah, pretty much. And they had one where it was like the Labubu extended cast, but as like different, like they were in Halloween outfits, and one of them was like Joaquin Phoenix Joker. And I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" But when I saw it, I'm like, it was going for like an insane price. I couldn't like, I had there was no way I could have bought this, but now it might be lower, or maybe not. Who fucking knows?
I
Yeah.
mean, it's one of those things where it's like how many. I mean, I can't imagine that was officially licensed, and also how many of those were made. I think, I, but also like I feel like those kind of collectibles value goes down when they're out of the box. I found
Mm,
like
true.
once the mystery element is gone, no one wants to buy them,
That's
which is
true.
weirdly paradoxical.
It's interesting. I remember one time my partner, back when they used to work at Hot Topic, mentioned they mentioned how one time like these like kids came into the store and they're all like, "Oh, are these blind boxes?" And they my partner was like, "Oh, they're not. You know which one you're gonna get just by looking at the front." And the kids were super uninterested in it, right? Like they like, "Oh, well, we want we want the gambling aspect. We don't want like."
Yeah, they're Sneeko told them gambling is cool, it'll make you
Gambling,
cool, and they're like, I gotta gamble the only way I can
I,
because I'm a child and I'm gonna get blind boxes.
yeah, and that's kind of like, damn, that kind of like sucks because it's like, do these kids not like look at one and be like, oh, I really want that one, right? But it seems that like
Yeah,
most kids are like, I want the chase one, I want the chase figure, which is like the rarest one or whatever, like the mystery figure or whatever, and
yeah,
it's like, I don't know, like, cause I feel like if there was like I saw that some people have been doing this thing where they like buy the fucking like the ear microscope like camera thing where like you can look inside someone's ear. It's like a little
yeah.
metal device. I see people like put those inside the blind box to see what it is, right? And I would unironically do that because there's ones that I would want specifically, but like it seems like kids kind of aren't interested they don't have a taste. They just want the gamble, And I
Yeah,
think
it's about the high of like, you open up that box and you get that golden Labubu and you're like, man, this is what it's all about.
this it's the high.
That's like realistically the only thing I could compare is heroin.
And do you want kids to be on Labubu or do you want to be on heroin? Is the question.
Yeah, you want your kids to shoot heroin? Yeah, I didn't think so. So get them that Labubu.
Look, mom and dad voted for Trump, and now there's just way more gambling, and the kids they're gonna get into it. Like, there's no way around it.
And that's the world now.
That's
Yeah,
the world
you're
now.
gonna gamble.
Yep.
You're gonna go on call sheet and you're gonna gamble on whether the sky turns red tomorrow with our blood.
Yeah. Imagine if like Iran hit like a fucking specific building in like Israel, and then like all like gambling websites got bricked or something. Like,
There was just one gambling building.
There was just one gamble. That would be pretty awesome.
This fucking gamble tower like a JRPG.
Oh yeah, like fucking like the end of spoilers for the end of They Live, but that's kind of the ending of They Live. There's just like one like the aliens are mind controlling everyone. Luckily, there's just one satellite where they're doing it from, and we can just easily storm the building
satellite
and shoot it down. I wish it was that easy. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Right.
That would make things a lot easier. People just lived in giant towers that were like easy. Like I know there were a lot of things when like the Epstein thing came out, and like a lot of Europeans were like, bro, why don't Americans just go to Trump Tower? That's where he lives, right? They can just do it there. It's like he doesn't live in the Trump Tower. He's not a wizard. He's not Sauron.
He's kind of moving. He lives in Mar-a-Lago, really, and he moves around, right? And yeah, I don't know. It's so far away. I think like because everyone just lives in completely different states that run entirely like independent from each other, depending which fucking state you live in, right?
Yeah.
And like I think people are already kind of like it's a thing where like the president does affect everything we do in our life, but the thing that affects us more is local politics. And if you're more focused on that, your life is going to be a lot better if you just focus more on what's happening to you locally.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta focus on things that are attainable at the end of the day, things that you can't control.
Right, exactly. You gotta talk with your friends and family that live in your city. If you still have friends and family who live in the city you live in, or if you live in a place that you give a shit about or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
Yeah, but if there's something you want to do about Trump, you have free will. Do whatever you want.
This is the Fupa friends
The Fupa friends
telling you to not do anything drastic. We're all just having fun here, having a goof.
We're all having a goof. We're all having fun, even though the world is getting worse, and that's fine, dude. I don't whatever. Because a part of me is like, well, you see, Americans have to learn a lesson. I feel.
Wait.
I'm becoming.
I feel like this is like an episode 10 discussion, but we're going one step beyond. All right.
This is the last episode. The fucking FBI.
This is the last episode before Cheesy is unfortunately found dead from suicide with 17 gunshot wounds in the back of the head.
An hour and 20 minutes before I started talking like the Joker. Americans need to learn a lesson.
Someone's going to have to pay. Just 1 hour and 20 minutes into your 5th podcast, someone's got to pay for
every episode.
And we're going to pay.
Every episode devolves to try to justify 9/11 too. To be honest, I don't even think like if another 9/11 happens, I really don't think it's gonna embolden people like the first one. It's a combination of people not really giving a shit what happens in other states, and also like if they do it in and I have to do it in a highly populated area, which would be like a liberal like city or whatnot, and all the like right wingers are gonna be like, well, that's what they get for being blue, and It's like, well, they're not gonna care. It's
Yeah,
not gonna embolden
and
anyone to be patriots.
it's just like it's also just like people are so irony poisoned now. People will just be like AI deep faking it with like tung 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 sahur on it, you know?
Yeah, and we already fucking like people are just I think years of like the 9/11 conspiracies that people already assume everything's a false flag, you know,
Yeah,
right? And it just
it's
like
ju-
I don't know, they probably shot themselves in the
it,
foot. There's no way
it's
to embolden people.
it's a byproduct of politics becoming reality TV. Is that like people would see a 9/11 too as like a season finale to a TV show than like rather than like a
A
real thing that
tragedy.
happened and killed people.
Right, exactly. And like, you know, troops like dying in Iran ain't gonna like embolden anyone because like in their head it's like, well, you know, that's where people die anyway. They are Iran, so like it, it doesn't mean nothing.
The Middle East, that's where people die. That's
when
what it's for.
when a convoy of soldiers dies, like, no one freaks out because that's part of the plan. But I say one, but I say one white podcaster gets shot, everyone loses their mind.
Oh my god.
You've been seeing
I
it,
mean that's
yeah,
also an example, right?
yeah.
Like the Charlie Kirk thing, like very quickly just became a joke because it's like no one takes anything seriously.
I,
It's just
a lot of
people are irony
people.
poisoned on both sides, right?
There was a big thing with like a lot of people were assuming that Trump would give more of a shit about him dying. So everyone was kind of like
Yeah, but
doubling down on like, oh wow, oh R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. You know what? I talked to my cousins and their significant others during Christmas, or no, it was during New Year's, and I asked them like you know that they asked them, you know that Charlie Kirk was like just a YouTuber, right? Like he wasn't anyone important. And they're like, really? I thought he was a politician or something. Is what everyone's vibe. Everyone who doesn't isn't like, you know,
I
like
mean,
in the political online space poison, like isn't aware of what Charlie
yeah,
Kirk does. Right? They thought he was like maybe some sort of
yeah,
politician or something, but no, he's just like a podcaster. You
yeah.
know?
That's another thing. Like outside of like a very small bubble of people, no one really knew who he was, like in the grand scheme of things, and like also like the people who did, like in that online space, most of them are just like so brain rotted they don't care. Like I know I have a nephew and he was just like showed me a video like that, like he was like, oh, check out this funny video, and it was just like it was just Charlie Kirk and George Floyd doing the Zoolander stare, and I thought, oh, okay,
All
his
right.
brain like
Okay.
it's just this is I don't I'm
Okay,
just like,
buddy.
wow, that's really funny, man.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool,
That's
man. I had to,
that's fun. That's so hilarious.
I had to tell my
Where's your mom
co.
at?
I had to tell my coworker that, like, yeah, like I had to lie and be like, yeah, you know, it is sad that he died, just so I could get through the day, you know,
Yeah,
just so I could like.
can't let them know that like this is something you think is okay
It's
behavior.
the funniest shit because, as far as I'm concerned, Charlie Kirk was just a robot, and there's just a new one will pop into his place, you know, like I don't. Anyway, Charlie Kirk was going on the way out. It's all about Nick Fuentes now. That's the real.
Nick,
It's all
Nick
about,
Fuentes, he's the newest one. You know, he's everyone's favorite.
yeah, and it's all about Nicky F. You know, he's a
Nicky F.
friend of the show, Nick Fuentes.
I don't think that's true.
That-
I don't think we've gotten we emailed his agent. Nothing's come out from that, so I
Really?
don't think we can legally say that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, oopsie, my bad. Spoilers.
Oops, a little bit of an oopsie daisy. You
Oopsie
know,
daisy.
one of our patented oopsie daisies here on the Fupa Fellas podcast.
Oopsie daisies are catchphrase.
Yeah,
Right.
we're gonna have a big oopsie daisy every time we need to censor something that gets the show demonetized.
Oh, that's awesome. That would be really cool. Oh man. Oh, you know what? There was
Maybe like
another.
a slide whistle.
Wee, what? Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah,
about what
exactly.
the intro music should be and what sound effects we should. The thing is that like, well, the thing is that podcasters don't really like. I heard someone told this to me. A passenger when I used to be an Uber driver told this to me once that podcasts don't start making money until like episode 200.
Well,
So
yeah,
so I'm thinking like we just
unless you're
yeah.
unless you're like an established creator, like a celebrity or whatever, right? That's the that's the only way you're gonna like have a profitable podcast right out the gate.
Yeah. Oh well, then we're good then because we're both established creators. Haha. We're both like
Absolutely.
we're both
This,
Z-list internet celebrities.
yeah, you know, when someone sees me on a podcast, I'm sure this is all the stuff they want to listen to.
Like, damn, he's not talking about like drawing fat women. What the fuck? That's what I
Oh
want.
yeah, that's right. He's not. He's not talking about the Forbidden Goon techniques. Well, that's episode 5.
Yeah, that's behind our Patreons. You got to pay for those episodes.
You
Here,
gotta pay us in Bitcoin for that one.
I don't have no forbidden goon techniques, but I feel here I might have said this before, but the best nut you could have is if you're jerking off and right before you bust, you go on YouTube, you look for the Beatles song Because, and you go to the hold up, let me look for the minute mark on this. This is a real thing I used to do because I thought like this would give you the best nuts ever. But you gotta look up the Beatles song
Yeah.
Because, and then there's one point in the song where if you nut at the just exact point of the song, you get like, you start transcending. You start astral projecting. And it's at the, yep, it's like at the 20,
Okay.
the 20, the 25th second mark on the
Listen,
Beatles
you
song
know.
because at that point of the song, before that the song is like kind of like I don't think it's guitar or maybe it's like a string instrument being played, and then at the 25-minute mark all the Beatles go at the same time, and it's like
I
it's like
well, you heard it here. They're gonna have those biopics for all 5 of the Beatles come up here. We're doing the Because challenge.
the
You
Because
go into
trail.
those theaters and you let one ride off. You know, you might think you don't want your dick out in public like that. Well, there is another. This is a free forbidden gooning technique I'll give you right now. Have you ever heard of backpacking it?
Hmm. That sounds kind of familiar, but please explain.
Well, I mean, it's a lot simpler than it sounds. You just take a backpack and you put the open backpack over your lap, and then no one knows what you're doing underneath it. They can't prove that you're jacking off into a bag.
So the bag's just moving.
They,
You're like,
the bag. Well, yeah. I mean, your hands moving underneath it.
it's
I
like,
mean,
oh,
how else are you gonna do it?
I wonder what the sick fuck is doing under there.
I wonder what he's doing. Why is this backpack open in his lap? I mean, hey, they can't take it off. It's just like maybe I like it like that.
This,
You don't know, with one hand underneath it, moving in a weird way. Maybe I have something in there.
this is like one of those fucking
Maybe I'm just petting like a little hamster or something. You can't tell.
in the dark.
In the dark. He likes the dark.
I mean, I guess you're true. You're right, because hamsters are nocturnal, I think. But
Yeah.
I was about to say that like this sounds like one of those influencer prank videos where like oh it's like we're doing the backpack jerk off prank where like you have the backpack in public and you're looking like you're jerking off, and the whole point is to bait someone to try to like remove the backpack or be like, come on, get out of here, you sick fuck. But once they lift up the backpack, you're just like washing a plate or something. You're like,
Yeah, no.
so it'd be like, ha,
Like, dude, what are you doing?
you thought I was jerking
I
off.
was just peeling a carrot without looking at it.
Oh god, I hope people start doing that. Mostly because I want to see people get arrested. Remember?
It's like, oh, what? I'm getting arrested because you thought I was masturbating
Well,
in public.
you're the
That's not my
fucking-
fault that
you're-
you were thinking something.
You're the weirdo, man. I was just watching.
You're
a
the
fucking
weirdo
play.
here,
I was
man.
Yeah, I was
I
doing
was
anything.
just
at
watching
all,
a plate
bro.
in my backpack in public.
I think remember that one guy who fucking shot the fucking streamer and got away with it? Like, the court's like, nah, you can
What?
go, it's fine.
What do you mean shot a streamer?
Like, okay, so the streamer approached them with one of those like annoying ass like questions they do with people, and he just shot him. You don't remember this? This happened like maybe a year or two ago.
I didn't. I've never. Was he one of those guys that was coming? It's like, hey, listen, here's a galaxy gas. You want to double it or take it on to the next person? You just like put 12 rounds into him.
He shoots the galaxy gas and it blows up like a smoke bomb.
It blows up like a fucking yeah. It just makes a galaxy gas cloud
Oh
like
my
a
God.
video game.
Everyone's coughing. Fucking- and then when it dispersed, the guy's gone. He disappears.
Yeah, just like the Scarecrow from Batman
Yeah.
Arkham City.
Jury acquits man in Virginia mall shooting of YouTube. YouTube prank YouTuber Tanner Cook shot in the mall release YouTube prankster gets shot at mall for harassing a
Oh, dude.
delivery driver.
Oh, dude. His name was Tanner, dude. Like, I feel like if your name's Tanner, you're not making it that far. I've never known a Tanner who's lived past
Tanner
24.
is like those like you want to get shot as names. Oh,
Those are those
oh
names where
yeah.
you're destined to die on video.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot how clear this image was too. Because I think they were. I'm looking at. I'm not gonna play the audio because I think my mic's gonna pick it up. But like, I guess I'll link the Reddit thread because it has it. But he was like acquitted because he was just approached by these guys and they have his fucking like. They have his fucking like phone up to his ear, like they're probably like trying to ask him a question or something, or they hear some sort of audio to get his reaction. But the guy's like walking away, like he's just trying to do his delivery job, and then he just casually pulls out a gun and just shoots him, and then he got acquitted.
Like this was just an assassination attempt. All right, it was just like, this guy's been fucking around in our community for too long. He thinks he's the funniest guy. He doesn't even have a silver play button. Can we just like dress up a police officer and like just do him in?
Yeah, this is so. What you're saying is that he tries to become a target for influencers, with the hopes that like one of them like provokes him to shoot him. Is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, there's always like, these prankster influencers who go around harassing people. And, especially like you have to think, especially in big cities where there's all these people trying to get a piece of it, has to get obnoxious after a while. So it's like, you know what? Let's do a sting for it. Let's see if we let's see if we can catch some
Someone
with our
should
trap, and maybe it worked.
someone should do that to have you heard of these guys called First Amendment auditors?
No, what's
Oh
that?
wait, is it First Amendment auditors? But okay, so they're kind of like they're kind of like the evolved version of like a sovereign citizen almost.
Oh boy,
They're kind of like
yeah,
the streamer version of them, right? And what I mean is that like what they do is that they like cover themselves in cameras just like all over their body, like on contraptions and whatnot, right? And they record themselves, and basically what
yeah,
they do is they just go around and just be annoying. And I guess they're just trying to goat people to like hit them or whatnot, right? To be like they caught it on camera and be like, oh, you're gonna get it
yeah,
now, buddy. And it's like like really, you really got nothing else going for you right now,
yeah. It's just,
right?
I mean, there was that one guy. Was it like Jack Doherty or whatever? Where it's like that was his whole thing, is that he would annoy people and just like be obnoxious. And anytime someone would look at him funny, he would run behind like his comically large bodyguard.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like that, but more schizophrenic. I feel.
But without the bodyguard,
Without
without
the
the safety
bodyguard,
net.
right? Exactly. And to be honest, I kind of respect him a little bit more for that because, like, oh, well, at least he's like getting. Well, the thing is, like, they want to get punched, right? Like, they're trying to like fucking like
Yeah,
catch a case or something, where they like could like sue
yeah.
someone and make money off of it, you know. And it's very. I just really hope. Luckily, like, I haven't seen one of these guys in person, and I don't think I'd be interested in ever interacting with this type of
No,
guy, right? But
I
I don't know how new of a concept these guys are. But what were you gonna say?
that I've never heard, but that does sound very interesting. Just like someone who is doing the "I'm not touching you" thing repeatedly until like
And
you just someone till someone like ideally goes insane and beats the hell out of them.
yeah, it was yeah, I was seeing them a lot on my on the Reddit for the city I live in, where people be like, "Oh, watch out, these
Hmm.
guys have been spotted," right? Luckily, it wasn't anywhere where I like live, but I saw them again when I started watching the show Neighbors on HBO Max. Have you heard of the show Neighbors?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, have you seen any episodes of it?
No, so like what's the idea behind like
It,
the
it's
First Amendment
it's
thing?
a well, it's a documentary series about like the craziest feuds between neighbors, right? So they'll like go
Hmm.
somewhere and they'll interview like one neighbor, and then they'll be like, so for example, in the first episode, not really a spoiler. Every episode is always like usually two cases of weird like neighbor fights, and the first one would be
Yeah,
like a guy, he bought all this property for a farm, and the previous like and everyone around that neighborhood, like there's like this road on his like I guess on his property or on the side of his property that no, I think it is on his property. This is like a road, and people would just casually use that all the time before anyone just started living there again. And once he moved in,
Yeah.
he like didn't really like how casual people were just walking on the road, which was his property. And and this one neighbor would just kind of let his horses run around like his property without like asking and shit. And the thing is that that's
Mm-hmm.
what he would used to do before anyone else moved there. So but now someone lives there, and it's like I don't want your horses around here because like they mess with my like farm equipment and whatnot, And so he put up
Yeah.
like a gate, and the documentary doesn't specify this, but the guy, this neighbor, did put up a video on TikTok because the thing is he's also like TikTok famous for like being like a D&D like role playing bard guy on TikTok. It's like
So this guy is also letting his horses just go run
okay,
free on other
no,
people's
no,
yards.
the horse guy and the
Oh,
bard guy are two different guys, right? But
okay, the bard guy's the one
the bard
getting
guy
trounced
is the
on.
guy who now owns the property that they used to use as a road, who now put up a
Hmm.
gate, and his neighbors hate that he put up a gate. But he does clarify, not in the documentary, but on his own TikTok, he clarifies that he did give all his neighbors the like pin code into the gate, so if they want to get through it, they can. But I guess they just don't like the idea that
Yeah.
there's just a gate there now. And his neighbor is like this like formerly from Portland, Oregon. He kind of looks like a former like meth head who owns all these horses, and it would always and he has like this whole kind of like camera setup where he's monitoring them. That's a consistent thing in these episodes with neighbors. There would always be like one guy who was like really schizophrenic, and he has all these cameras monitoring his neighbors. It's like wow,
Okay.
these just all have the same setup where like I gotta keep an eye on my neighbors because who knows what they'll be up to, right?
Yeah, I mean you gotta. I mean for content.
Yeah, I'll and like I really do recommend. The thing is that I brought up the First Amendment auditors because one of them does show up in an episode. In the first episode, there's like the other story is about like the whole the beachfront property thing where like the majority of beaches are public, but a lot of people who just own houses in front of public beaches hate when they see people on that beach because they want that to be considered their property. So they always get into fight with random like people at the beach, right? And one of these like First Amendment
Yeah.
auditor guys like shows up and he's like goading all these people who own the property to fight him, right? But we're not really following him. He's like a side character in this. There's like a whole thing where like
Yeah.
this one lady is trying to like create like initiatives and push like policy to change everything about like how the whole public beach thing is run, so like people are more aware that like oh, this is a public beach. They even created an app that tells you what's like a public beach or not. And her kind of like partner in this is like this guy who covers his face with a
Right.
fake mask and uses like a voice like changer, a voice modifier, because he's like this
I,
secret guy that's like, yeah, I can't let you like know my identity because like the things I do
I
like
I feel like this is all gonna come together like a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where like the First Amendment auditor somehow ends up getting kicked in the head by a horse.
that'd be awesome.
You
I
know.
mean, that'd be cool if they did. Like, I think it is the funniest shit
I
when these
just
guys get hurt.
I mean yeah that's their job. Their job is to be hurt.
Yeah, that's the whole point, right? So then they could sue the horse, or sue
Yeah,
the
but that's what I mean. Like if the horse kicks him, then he can't sue the horse. It's a
right.
horse.
Exactly.
It's the perfect
But yeah, I
plan.
really recommend the show. The whole season's over. I'll say this: the only spoiler is that the final episode is like in my hometown, and I'm like, wow, hometown pride.
Yeah, that just all comes together.
Right, it all comes together. Right, exactly. All right, I think we can wrap it up in a bit. Unless there's anything else you wanna bring up, Spo.
Hmm. I think this has been a pretty good pilot episode. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
we had some close calls there with some heated moments.
For
You know,
sure.
but I think all in all, we learned the message to. I think we all have a good message to take away from this,
What?
and that's for you, the viewer. That's for you, the viewer, to
That's
decide.
true, and we're gonna try to reach the goal of we're gonna try to get more episodes than than the None of This Matters podcast, which is that
Yeah.
23 episodes. We gotta get more than 23 episodes.
Guys, if we could get 4 likes, I won't have to do what I have to do. All right, that's all I'll say.
I won't have to do what I have to do to the women in my basement.
Let's just say I've got this hamster in a jar. 4 likes, he gets out of the jar.
6 likes, he gets out of the jar alive.
Exactly, those are the terms.
Yeah. My next goal would be to get past. If we get past 107 episodes, that means we've gotten more episodes than the Cold Cuts podcast. Another goal to surpass.
Absolutely.
You know the Cold Cuts podcast?
What's that?
It was hosted by YOLO Swag Studios and Beetle Moses. Beetle Moses is like a super popular like comic artist.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those guys. Yeah, I think I remember listening to some of their podcasts. Yeah.
That ended. Yellow Swag basically retired. It's crazy. Like he's a buddy of mine. I'll admit that he's a friend. He's a friend of mine. He basically retired, and I don't know what he does most of the days. I did spread a lie on Twitter saying that like he's a manager at Walmart now. I was kind of hoping that would catch on, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But
oh well.
I guess he made enough money just by doing his little fucking comics, and now he retires or whatever. Beetle Moses.
That's admirable that he was able to make enough money off of doing internet comics to just be like, oh yeah, I can retire on this, or at least like live comfortably for a while.
Yeah, I can retire to my Walmart job right now, so it all works out for him.
Retire to the Amazon warehouse where I
the real goal.
I've always wanted to die being crushed by a box in the Amazon warehouse ever since I was a boy.
Ever since I was a wee lad. I'll say this though. Their podcast stopped at 107 episodes. That'll be the next goal.
Yeah.
Is to get past.
Listen, I think we've got an attainable goal. We just have to make more than 7 episodes because that's what Psychic Pebbles podcast got to.
Oh yeah. Huh. Oh well, you know what? Well, now Smiley Frizz is over. He could go back to his podcast.
His
exactly.
You know. His real dream of doing podcasts and playing video games on Only Plays. That's what the people want.
Exactly. That's the end goal of this podcast, is that we'll start playing video games and we don't have to work ever.
Is that we'll make a Let's Play.
We'll make a Let's Play channel. Yeah. Exactly. We'll be the
our goal we'll be the first Let's Play channel that loves women. That's our goal. It's our gimmick.
We'll be a woke only place.
Woke only. People have been wanting woke only plays for a while now. I've been hearing.
People have been demanding woke only plays for a good while now. I like only plays. I just wish it was more woke. That's
just why I just think he should be a little more woke.
Yeah, you might be saying that's silly, but it worked for Ted. He became a little bit more woke, and people love him.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, actually, before we leave, final Digital Circus theory. I just came up with this today. I might do a quick drawing of this. But, okay, so Kane got deleted, right? Which opens the door for his brother to show up and seek revenge. His brother...
Interesting.
Brother, not Abel. His brother's name is not Abel. The name of Kane's brother is Pain. And he has evil eyes and sharp teeth. And he's blue.
Oh, fuck.
And he's like,
dude,
I'm gonna...
That...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's badass,
Pain,
right?
voiced by Toby Fox. He's gonna be the final antagonist.
He's gonna be the final antagonist for the last episode of Digital. He's gonna show up and be like, "Who killed my brother?" I imagine him to sound like Cooler from Revenge of Cooler. And
he's gonna swear a lie. He's gonna be like, "Who the fuck killed my fucking brother? Did you little fucking white girl?
Did you stupid ass clown bitch ass? did one of you Foids kill my brother?
What are you Foids?
My based and red pill brother."
This sounds like a great character that everyone will love and buy an Animates figure of.
He's not woke. He's not woke like Kane was. He's anti-woke. I'll draw.
Kinger accidentally deleted all the woke from the Digital
He
Circus. That's
did.
why there's no color.
Exactly, and now they gotta face Pain. He's like the last. He's the secret like final boss of the Digital Circus. He was pulling the strings.
Hell yeah. If that doesn't happen, then like something's wrong with this show and it's bad.
That's not gonna,
all right, that's all I'll say.
If that doesn't happen, we're all gonna commit mass suicide in front of the Glitch Productions building.
Exactly.
If our fan theories are not true, we will all go to the Glitch Production. We'll go to
we will be leaving pig parts in front of the Glitch Production studios.
I will buy a shitload of Digital Circus Pomni keychains, and I would fashion a noose out of them, and I will hang myself in front of the Glitch Productions.
Just like Laura Loomer.
It would probably break realistically. It'd probably break. It probably could not support my weight, you know. So I would just look stupid in front of the Glitch Productions.
Then you have to go and write a bad review. It's like the strength could not hold my body weight. I will not elaborate why.
Kill myself with this.
To hang myself with these, and they all snapped into a million pieces.
Right,
really shoddy craftsmanship.
And I was like, "Fuck, no, not my Pomni keychains, shit."
My Pomni Labubus, they've all been destroyed.
Damn it, no, fuck. All right, okay, all right. I think, that's gonna be the end of our episodes. Comment if you like this or whatnot. We're gonna try to do this twice a month, and until we start demanding for money to do this weekly. We have to see a demand for a weekly version of the show.
We have to see it.
Right, we have to see it. You know, you're gonna want to beg for it from us.
But the important thing is, we hope you liked it. Leave a comment and have a good day.
That was my brain dump, and I hope you hated it. Remember brain dump?
Oh, damn, that's a good one. I've never heard it. I think we can steal that.
Yeah, he's not.
No one will ever know.
He stopped making episodes, right? I think.
Yeah, it's fine.
That was our Fupa Fellas, and we hope you hated it.
There it is.
There it is. All right. Okay. See you, everybody.